guys, today I'm going to be sharing my top 10 NBA all-time list. And before I get started, I just want to say, this is not the right list. It's just my opinion and how I take things on as my top 10 list. So, starting off our list at number 10 would be Tim Duncan, who has really become underrated. I mean, this man was a 5-time NBA champion, had like 2 MVPs, and his bank shot, the reason he's called the big fundamental, is just, it's really difficult to guard. You can block it, it's possible. It's not like Kareem skyhook or anything, but the bank shot, he used to make it almost every single time. He was just so good, and he really deserves a spot on the top 10 NBA all-time list. Number 9 would be Oscar Robertson, because this is the first NBA player to average a triple-double. He was like the olden days Russell Westbrook, except, no offense to Russell Westbrook fans, but maybe better. I mean, in my opinion, he was better. And he was just really good as an offensive player, and has really become, just like Tim Duncan, has really become underrated over years. Number 8 would have to be Larry Bird, and this was a tough one. Like, I wasn't sure if I should say Larry Bird, Magic, or Bill Russell, and I went with Larry Bird, and Bill Russell's number 7. So yeah, sorry Magic, you didn't make this list. I'm really sorry. No, you're so great player, but you just did not make the list. Okay, but Larry Bird, one of the best shooters of all time, playing the era of Michael Jordan, which makes him seem really good. And then 3-time NBA champion, I'm pretty sure. Had a couple MVPs. Just overall, really, really good player. And he played on the Celtics in, I think it was the 80s to 90s season. I mean, not only that, but when he played on their team then, they were just serious title contenders. They were just really, really, really good. Mostly because of Larry Bird's both defensive and offensive ability. But he definitely deserves a spot as a top 10 NBA player. Coming in at number 7, as I mentioned earlier, is Bill Russell. And the main reason Bill Russell's in this video is because he has more rings than he has fingers. Because he has 11 rings and a couple MVPs too. But just because someone has a lot of rings doesn't mean they're a great player. Like freaking Patrick McCaw has 3 rings out of 4 years he's been in the NBA, and he's a bench player. But let's just not talk about that. Let's not disrespect people. But he was just a really good two-way player. I mean, his scoring was pretty solid, but his rebounding and defensive ability was just amazing. And he played against Wilt in the early era of basketball, and they had this big rivalry going. He was really, really good, and he practically dominated the league at one point. A lot of people say that Bill wasn't that good because he played in an era with not that many good people. But he played against people like Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Jay West. He even played with Bob Cousy, who was really good. And there was a lot of, there weren't many really good players, but the players that were good, they were just all-time greats. And he was very good as assists. And even as stacked the Celtics team was, he still got MVPs and was probably the best player. So I really think that he deserves the spot. Coming in at number 6 would have to be my man Shaq. I mean, where do I start? This guy is just a freak of nature. He weighed more than 300 pounds, okay, and had a 35-inch vertical. How do you weigh more than 300 pounds and have a 35-inch vertical? That's just amazing. And he always had, in the time he played, he always had one of the best footwork, maybe the best footwork on the entire court. I mean, especially for being over 300 pounds, he was incredibly fast. And in my opinion, he's one of the most dominant players in NBA history. Could be the most dominant, but I think we're going to save that title for later. And then number 5 would have to be the Black Mamba, Kobe, the second best shooting guard of all time. And he was just a really great player. I mean, do I really have to explain anything? I mean, it's Kobe. he excelled at shooting, excelled at getting steals. He was just really, really good at everything, and he's definitely not underrated like some players on this list. He's just overly well rated, and he's just so good. 5-time NBA champion, has a couple MVPs, made the All-Star game like probably almost every single season he was on. It was the most, and is probably the most hard-working player ever. I mean, you would see him wake up at 5 o'clock, go to the court at around 6 or something, play the whole day, and come back. Like, man, this dude has some serious dedication. He even played like MJ, like had the same position as MJ, had the same playing style as MJ, did the same fadeaway as MJ. And MJ even said that Kobe is the only one who could beat him in a 1v1, only because he copied his style, which is pretty funny when you think about it. But still, I mean, MJ himself saying that Kobe could have beaten him is just a really nice accomplishment. So he is definitely number 5. Number 4 would be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the only reason he's good is not because he's the all-time scoring leader. It's also because his skyhook is to this day the most unguardable shot ever. I mean, he's already 7 feet tall. He creates leg space. He puts his leg up, creates little space, and then flicks it with his wrist. I mean, you just cannot guard that. It's probably why he made like almost like 39,000 points. And this is a really good two-way player too. His rebounding obviously is like 7 foot tall, so he's going to be good at rebounds. But his scoring ability was just amazing, and definitely one of the best players of all time. Number 3. Before I reveal my top 3, please, if you like the video so far, like and subscribe. I kind of need it, to get this channel going up, because this is my first video. So if I get like 50 likes at least, maybe I'll drop my next video this week. Who knows? So let's get back to the video. Number 3 is Wilt Chamberlain, one of the most athletic people in NBA history. He's a freak of nature. I remember this one time he blocked someone, the ball hit their shoulder or foot, and they broke it, like dislocated it or something. Like, how do you become that strong? It was also really fast because he was actually a track runner. Like, when he was in school and stuff, he used to run track, and he was like cross country. No, not cross country, it was just track, okay? And he was just like very fast and athletic, had a pretty big stride too. And he's 7 feet tall. He played against Bill Russell, and for the most of the years, since Bill is better than Bill in my opinion, he dominated the league for almost his entire NBA career. It was just such a good player. There's not much I can say about it except his 100-point game, which is probably never going to be beaten anytime soon. Closest we've gotten was Kobe's 80-point game. But there's not really much to say about him because he played like a long time ago. Pretty sure never mind. He died probably because it's so time. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, so he's number 3. Number 2, my favorite player of all time, LeBron James. Now, some people might think I'm overrating him right now, like better than Abdul-Jabbar, better than Kobe, better than Wilt, but in my opinion, kind of is. I wanted to say he's number 1, but when I thought about it, heck no. But LBJ, I mean, 3 rings, kind of perfectly carried his team in Cleveland. I mean, he had the help of Kyrie, like a lot of help from Kyrie, but other than that, he pretty much have to do most of the heavy lifting. One of the most athletic players ever. Like, at the age of 35, he can dunk on anyone, even like 7-foot centers. He can dunk on them, destroy them, posterize them. Especially when he was on the Heat. He was on the Heat for 4 seasons. Every single season, he led his team to the finals and won 2 times. And he played against guys like Tim Duncan, KD, and just, man, he was really, really good. I mean, is a really, really good player. And my favorite player. Some people consider the GOAT. I want to say he's the GOAT, okay? But honestly, number 1 beats him by a little. It hurts me. So, can you please get a like on this video for me not being biased? And thank you. And number 1, the best player in NBA history, the GOAT of basketball himself, JaVale McGee. Okay, I'm joking. Don't get mad. It's just a joke. It's obviously Michael Jordan. I mean, who else would it be? The reason I didn't put LeBron over MJ, because how many scoring titles did MJ have? 10. LeBron, 1. Defensive Player of the Year is MJ. 1. LeBron, 0. And just rings, even MJ had 6. LeBron had 3. Half as many rings as MJ. So really, without question, Michael Jordan, Air Jordan, is the best player of all time. And he was very athletic too. Like most of the people on this list are freaks of nature. I mean, he could dunk from the free throw line. Like, how do you freaking dunk from the free throw? That's probably like 15 feet. He could stay in the air for like 5 seconds. Man, that man was just something else. He was on a totally different level. And the fact he averaged 31 points his entire NBA career is also pretty remarkable. 31 points his entire NBA career. LeBron's sitting here at 27 points, which is really, really good for 35-year-old. I mean, no, for any player, any age, that's still really good. It's probably, in my opinion, he's the best in the league right now. Some people might not think so, but I think he is. And, he was really good, but MJ clearly takes a spot as number 1 on my list of top 10 NBA players of all time. And again, guys, if you really like this list, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get as many views as I can. And remember, this is just my opinion, my take on this list. Like, you don't have to agree with it. If you think I did something wrong and have your own opinion, please type it down below in the comments. And a really good documentary for MJ to get to know more, I recommend for you guys to get to know MJ more and his struggles and stuff. The Last Dance, man, that thing, the documentary is so good. All my friends are watching it too. Everyone loves it. I love it. They did a really great job on the execution. But anyways, that's my take on top 10 all time. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.